to avoid detection, you take the iPad of the 6-year-old child to do your criminal research on. I still cannot get over that fact. You must follow the law. The law says...
Glorious. Is it a lawsuit? Probably. Why not?
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up, It's the Law. Folks, today we're going to continue the Brian Walshe hearing from May of 2025. As you all know, it hasn't been available to the public until just last month. It's interesting. It's very interesting. We got the same players except for this one, the one that we're going to be covering today. Officer Lowrence, L-O-W, Lowrence, not Lawrence, which is the more common spelling, I suppose. And Lowrence is going to continue testifying in the Brian Walshe hearing. So let's see what he has to offer and if there were any mistakes made and policy procedures violated in the obtaining of evidence against Brian Walshe in his case allegedly having murdered Anna Walshe back in January of 2023. Remember, this is a no-body case. We don't know what happened to her other than some of the internet searches that we know Brian has conducted about dismemberment, discarding, smell, how long does it take for a body to begin to have an odor. Just very, very, very sick stuff. But anyway, it's the same players we have in the Karen Reed case, and without further ado, I bring you Officer Lowrence. Let's go.
Morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Could you please state your name and could you please spell your last name for the record?
This is the direct examination by the prosecutor.
Gregory Lowrance, spelled L-O-W-R-A-N-C-E.
And, sir, where do you work?
Cohasset Police Department.
And how long have you worked there?
About 6 years.
And what's your current rank there?
I am a police officer, currently assigned as a school resource officer to the elementary schools there in town.
Were you working on January 4th of 2023?
Yes, I was.
And for the record, that was a Wednesday that day?
Yes.
So on January 24th on 2023, what was your shift that day?
It was
I guess I said the wrong day. January 4th, 2023?
January
Yes.
4th, 2023, yes.
What was the hours of your shift that day?
8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay. Now, sir, as a result of being an officer, were you in uniform that day?
Yes, I was.
Okay. At 11:44 a.m., where were you dispatched?
I was dispatched to 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway in the town of Cohasset.
Now, Chief Justice Cushing Highway, does that have another designation as far as a roadway?
In town is also known as Route 3A.
And Route 3A, is it busy road, back road? Can you tell me a little bit about it?
It's a state highway, very busy road.
And why were you dispatched to 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway?
Cohasset Police Dispatch got a call from a male party by the name of Hugh Dunleavy in Washington, D.C., stating that one of his employees has not been seen since the previous Friday.
So the employer calls him.
Now, do you remember the name of the company he worked for?
It was Tishman Spire.
And do you remember the name of the employee that he was calling about?
Anna Walshe.
And did he say where she resided?
She resided in Cohasset.
And what did he say about where her vehicle was located?
Her vehicle was located on the property. It was last seen on the parking lot logging system on the 29th of December, 2022.
Down in D.C.?
Yes, sir.
And was it explained as far as her relationship to Washington, D.C. and why she had a residence in Cohasset?
She works down in Washington, D.C. and commutes back and forth.
Now, sir, when you got to 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway, who did you meet there at that residence?
Brian Walshe.
Can you explain to me what happened when you got to the house that day?
I exited my cruiser, and he met me at the doorway and said that he wanted to report his wife missing and file a police report with the Cohasset Police.
And what was his demeanor like when you saw him at the doorway?
Very calm.
Now, this initial interaction with Mr. Walshe, was it recorded?
No, it was not.
Why wasn't it recorded?
Cohasset Police did not have body-worn cameras at that time.
And so what had he told you he had done to try and locate his wife at this point in time?
He told me that he had tried texting her, and he did contact his employer, her employer.
And what did he tell you as far as the last time he had seen his wife?
It would be Sunday morning, January 1st, 2023, between the hours of 6 a.m. and 7 a.m.
Did he say where she was going after that point?
She had a work emergency and had to go back to Washington, D.C.
Did he say how she was going to leave the home that day?
She was going to take either an Uber or a Lyft.
And head to where, sir?
Logan Airport.
Now, what did he say about his attempts to contact her?
He has attempted to contact her via text, and also he had reached out to coworkers and acquaintances in the D.C. area.
And when she was working in D.C., did he tell you how often he would have contact with her?
He said that usually they would speak frequently, and she would FaceTime with their children.
And did he have any information about where she resided in Washington, D.C. during the week?
They own a townhouse down there.
Did he give you the address?
He did give me the address. I do not know it off the top of my head.
That's okay. And did he give you any information concerning her vehicle in Washington, D.C.?
Yes, she had a vehicle that she kept down there. It was a 2022 gray Volkswagen Taos.
What did he provide you?
Sorry, I missed the end of that. It was a 2022 what?
Volkswagen Taos.
Thank you.
And, sir, did he provide you a physical description of her?
Yes, gave me the description. Standing 5'2" in height, about 115 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes.
Now, how long was this interaction with Mr. Walshe at the Walshe home that morning when you went to go see him?
Probably about 20, 30 minutes maybe.
And after that, where'd you go?
I left the residence, and then I did return to the same house later that evening.
Did you have to fill out any documentation after you left the residence?
Yes, I went back to the Quasit Police Station and filled out an NCIC missing persons report.
NCIC, by the way, for the record, for those of you who may not know, is the National Crime Information Center. That's where all of this stuff, and when the minute you commit a crime, it goes into that database. Doesn't matter anywhere in the United States. It's not international, right? National Crime Information Center, only in the United States. It goes on there. And that is the one place, a lot of people, just a total aside here, in case you were curious, there are some offenses that are eligible for expungement in many states, including Kentucky. Some states don't have expungement statutes. Some states have very limited expungement statutes. Some states have very broad expungement statutes. Fun fact, even if you get your state record completely destroyed, like the file incinerated, and no employer, pretty much just about no employer will ever find out about it, that is half true. If you try and work for like the CIA or the FBI or something like that, that stuff never leaves. That stuff is always going to be on your record in the NCIC. But very, very few entities have the authority and the power to pull in NCIC, usually very high government officials and prosecutors, police officers, prosecutors, and the like. Like I said, if you had your record expunged, don't worry. I don't want to scare you. Your employer probably will never find out unless your employer is going to be Director Cash, for example, with the FBI. They can run an NCIC, and it doesn't matter if you've had your record expunged, it will always be discovered. Just a fun fact for you.
Your Honor, at this point in time, where we've already talked about the first 28 exhibits and they're in this book, I'm going to give this to the court and we can remark these 20 exhibits.
All right, and you can, as they come in, if defense counsel wishes to object to any of them, you let me know, and we'll deal with them real time.
And Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
You may.
Thank you. Officer, do you recognize the document I just handed to you?
Yes, you do.
What is the document I just handed to you?
There's a missing persons report for an NCIC record entry.
And what is an NCIC entry?
It is a database where we can enter information on a missing person that goes out to surrounding police and other law enforcement agencies.
And where did you get the information to fill out that report?
Mr. Walshe.
And that's the report you filled out after meeting with Mr. Walshe that day on the 4th?
Correct.
The Commonwealth would seek to have this marked as the next exhibit, which would be 21, Your Honor.
Any objection to that?
No, Your Honor.
The NCIC report of missing persons is now Exhibit 21 in evidence.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Now,
Can I just, sorry to interrupt. Is that the same one as Exhibit 4 that's on the list?
I apologize. I didn't.
Oh.
It is the same one as Exhibit 4. My bad. We put that in last night. My apologies, Your Honor.
Oh, he
Sorry
just
to
forgot that he already threw it into evidence, and he decided to include it again. Common mistake. Prosecutor just forgot. So there will be no exhibit number 21 for that particular piece of evidence.
Exhibit 4.
It will be something
Fine,
else.
I take judicial notice that 4 and 21 are the same. Thank you
Or-
for pointing
or
that out
like
so I
that.
don't look for a difference.
There you
I
go.
don't need to give it any more weight than it deserves, putting it in twice. My
All right,
apologies.
that's fine. It won't get any more weight. Can I have the binder?
Thank you, Your Honor. Officer, what information did Cohasset PD have at this point in time from Mr. Dunleavy as far as the last time Miss Walshe had been seen at her workplace?
They had a record of her on their security system on the 29th of December.
And what was the information that Cohasset PD had at this time as far as the last time Miss Walsh's car was recorded entering or exiting
I thought we
the
already
Tishman
established
Speyer
that, December
facility in
29th.
Washington, D.C.?
It was recorded on the parking lot logging system at right around 5 a.m. on the 30th of December.
Oh, 30th.
And what information did Mr. Dunleavy provide Cohasset PD as far as the accessibility from that location to getting to Reagan International Airport?
She can usually easily access the airport via train from that location.
What did Cohasset PD do that afternoon as far as attempting to locate Miss Walsh's cell phone?
A ping was ordered by Cohasset Police from her cell phone provider.
And, sir, are you aware of the last time, according to that? Well, first, what is a ping?
A ping is the process of determining the last activity of a cell phone by having it send a signal to a nearby cell phone tower.
Okay. Now, sir, when was the last time, according to the information that was received for the request for the ping, that Miss Walsh's phone interacted with a tower?
It was 3:14 a.m. on January 2nd, 2023.
And do you know the location of the tower it had contact with?
Yes, it was on Reservoir Road in Cohasset.
Now, that that tower, how close is that to the family home for the Walsh?
About a quarter of a mile.
And how were you able to identify the provider for Miss Walsh's cell phone?
Mr. Walsh advised me of the provider of the cell phone.
And is that also how you got the phone number?
Yes, sir.
Now, did Mr. Walsh provide you any information concerning what airline Anna Walsh was going to fly that morning on January 1st?
Yes, sir.
What did he say?
She was flying with JetBlue airline.
And what did Cohasset PD do that afternoon to find out if Miss Anna Walsh had flown on JetBlue?
We contacted Massachusetts State Troopers assigned to the Logan Airport barracks to inquire with JetBlue, and they advised them that they had no record of Anna ever flying with JetBlue that morning.
And what is it that Cohasset PD did that afternoon to contact the carrier Uber to see if it had had any contact with Anna Walsh on January 1st?
We did a records request with Uber, and they had no records of any pickups or drop-offs from 516, the Chief Justice Cushing Highway in Cohasset.
And, sir, also, what was done as far as Cohasset PD attempting to contact law enforcement in Washington, D.C. to locate Anna Walsh?
Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department was contacted to check the townhouse where Anna stays when she's working down there. And they entered it with Mr. Walsh's permission and did not find any signs of forced entry, and Anna was not there.
Did you ever have the opportunity on January 4th, that Wednesday, to return back to 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway?
Yes, I did.
About what time did you return?
I think it was shortly after 6:30 p.m.
And who returned with you to the residence?
Then Detective Harrison Schmidt.
And who was at the house when you arrived at the residence?
Mr. Walsh and his 3 children.
And did you now know the ages of those 3 children on January 4th?
At that point, they were ages 2, 4, and 6, respectively.
And besides the children and Mr. Walsh, was anyone else home at that point?
And now they have to grow up without a mother. Oh, my God. Oh, that is so horrible. Oh, God.
Time at the family residence?
No, there was not.
Were there any pets at the residence at this point in time?
There was a large German Shepherd locked in a cage.
And when you got to the residence, what is it that you and then Detective Schmidt did with Mr. Walsh?
We sat down and did a recorded interview.
So where did this interview occur in the Walsh home?
It was at a dining room table downstairs.
Were you still in uniform at this point in time?
Yes, sir, I was.
And when you were recording the interview, what access did Mr. Walsh have to his children during this point in time?
They were running around the floor freely.
And, sir, have you had the opportunity to review the audio of that interview?
Yes, sir, I have.
And it fairly and accurately recorded the interview that you had that night?
Yes, sir, it does.
In addition, you also had the opportunity to review the transcript of that interview, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Is it an accurate transcript of that interview?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, those are Exhibits 2 and 3 in the binder.
Any objection to those?
They're already admitted.
How long did the interview last?
I think it was a little under 1 hour.
During that interview, did Mr. Walsh say when his wife Anna had flown home to Cohasset? I'll end it there.
Yes. Friday morning, December 30th.
And what did he do as far as showing you her travel arrangement?
He opened up the JetBlue app and showed us her flight information.
And when you say he opened up the JetBlue app, what device was he showing you this from?
An iPhone.
And in his hands, correct?
Yes.
All right. And when he showed you the iPhone, did he say anything else as far as your access to the iPhone?
He turned to Detective Schmidt and said something along the lines of, "It's all there, you can look."
When was it that she was initially she being Anna Walsh, initially supposed to fly back to Washington, D.C.?
Tuesday.
What did he provide you as far as information as what Anna Walsh did on December 31st, 2022?
He said that Anna ran some errands and took the children to a play area in Canton.
And what did he say was the what he and Anna Walshe did that evening, New Year's Eve, on December 22nd and December 31st, 2022?
They had one of their friends over for dinner.
What was the friend's name?
First name was Jem.
Okay. What time did they say that this person came over to their house?
Approximately 8:30 p.m.
Did anyone else come over for dinner that night?
No.
And where were the children that night?
They were in bed when Jem arrived.
What time did he say that the family friend left?
Right around 1 a.m.
And what time did he say that he and his wife went to bed that evening?
1:30 a.m.
What did Mr. Walsh tell you that Anna had informed him about her having to leave the next day?
A work emergency came up and she had to leave first thing in the morning.
And what did he say to you as far as how she would get to the airport that morning?
Be an Uber or a Lyft.
And what time did he say that she left?
Between the hours of 6 a.m. and 7 a.m.
Did he provide any information as far as the clothing she was wearing?
She was wearing a black coat, gray and blue hunter boots, and a black Prada purse.
You know, I find it fascinating that that's his alibi, that she had to leave for a work emergency and then she got kidnapped. Remember in the first video that we did, when Fanning testified, he said there was some ransom request, if you want Anna back, pay me or something like that. I mean, far be it from me, to criticize Brian's cover-up attempts, I suppose, of this alleged murder of Anna Walshe, of his wife. But think about it. How long do you think that was really going to last until you are discovered, caught, arrested, and charged? Some of these people, I feel like there's no brain activity behind their actions. They just act spontaneously and then they just try and cover it up. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. They don't realize how dumb they actually look until after the fact. You know what I mean? It's just really, really, really dumb to claim that she had a work emergency and then she got kidnapped and then she's gone. Oh, and by the way, yeah, I conducted a whole bunch of Google searches also. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes no sense. Some of these things that these people are saying and the way that they are all but confessing to the crime is just staggering. I'll never get enough of it. I really won't. It's fascinating to me.
Did Mr. Walsh provide you any information about Anna Walsh's stress level at this point in time in their lives?
Yes, there was a lot of stress in their lives from her commuting back and forth to work.
Was there anything else that she was stressed about, according to Mr. Walsh?
No.
During the interview, did any of the children produce anything?
One of the children, I do not recall which one, asked Mr. Walsh to unlock an iPad for him.
Was he able to do it?
Yes, he was.
And what happened when he unlocked? Did he say anything when he unlocked the iPad?
He typed in a code and said the code out loud.
Do you remember the code?
121212.
And did the children provide any belongings of Anna Walsh during the interview?
They found a sunglass case.
And I still can't get over, I'm sorry, to avoid detection, you take the iPad of the 6-year-old child to do your criminal research on. I still cannot get over that fact. It is so heinous. Can you imagine his son just like going to his browser history going, oh yeah, what was that one video game that I was... Hey dad, what does dismemberment mean? Oh my God. I just can't. I just can't.
With sunglasses inside it that Brian said belonged to her.
After this interview, what did you do as far as looking around the house?
With Mr. Walsh's permission, myself, Mr. Walsh, and Detective Schmidt looked around the house just for any potential clues that could help us find Anna.
And when you were inside the house, did you see anything unordinary that was a potential clue for you?
I did not.
What access did you have to the attic?
We did not check the attic.
And that night, did you search the outside of the house?
Yes, sir.
And what did you notice as far as the pool?
It was uncovered, which was strange for this time of year.
And what about the water level?
The water level was high. It was filled.
And did you do anything to look into the water of the pool?
At that time, we shined our flashlights in, but we could not see much. So later on that night, we did request the fire department to respond.
What did you see the fire department do?
They had high-powered spotlights that they shined in, and also they used a large pole to scrape the bottom of the pool.
And was anything recovered when that was done?
No, sir.
Now, that night, did you have the opportunity to see any vehicles that belonged to the Walsh family at the residence?
Yes, sir. There was a Volvo SUV in the driveway.
And did you have the opportunity to look inside the Volvo SUV?
I did look from the outside, yes.
And what, if anything, did you notice about the Volvo SUV?
I only saw one thing. It was in the trunk. It was a folded-up plastic sheet.
That night, did you go into the basement at all?
Yes, I did.
And what did you notice about the basement?
It was fairly clean. Just a refrigerator, couple boxes of miscellaneous items, and a few full trash bags.
Thank you very much. Nothing further.
Do you have any conversations
And now cross-examination, very brief. It's like a minute and a half.
with a district attorney named Lynn Beelan regarding this case?
I did not.
Do you have any conversations with a trooper named Buchanan regarding this case?
I did not.
Did you have any conversations with anyone regarding this case and any agreement purportedly made by Mr. Walshe to turn over his cell phone?
I did not.
When you talked on direct examination...
So that's important. Remember, from Fanning's testimony, it's very, very important to recognize the fact that it seems to be an issue of contention as to whether or not some of the items that were confiscated from Mr. Walshe were either taken from him with or without a warrant, or with or without consent. So if he did not consent and there was no warrant, some of this evidence may be completely inadmissible. Those searches that Brian Walshe conducted, about the dismemberment, how long does it take for a body to produce an odor, etc., that we covered yesterday, if they're not admissible and the jury doesn't get to hear them, he may walk. Those statements are critical, absolutely critical for the government to win their case. Because when you have a no-body situation, it's very, very difficult to convict sometimes unless you have circumstantial incriminating evidence. Just taking out heavy bags, yeah, it may look incriminating, but is that beyond a reasonable doubt guilty of murder? No. Absolutely not. Even obstruction of justice or improper disposition of a human body, the other two charges, I don't see how a jury would convict. Now, the searches do him in. I think without the searches, and the defense attorney clearly knows that, without the searches, their case is doomed. With the searches, Brian Walsh's future is doomed. There you have it.
About Mr. Walshe
That's what this hearing is
showing
all
you
about.
his phone, he was showing you what? Text messages?
He was showing us text messages and also pictures and flight information.
So the pictures were of what? Anna Walshe and Jim, the friend?
I did not look at him. Detective Schmidt looked at him at that time.
Okay. And he did not show you anything other than those three items?
Not me personally.
And he didn't invite you to look at his phone for anything like location data or anything of the sort?
Not me personally.
And when you say you personally, what do you mean by that? Not me personally.
He did not have me look at anything. I do not know if he gave Detective Schmidt any.
You don't. You were present, though, later on in the evening with Detective Schmidt, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you've reviewed that transcript, correct?
Yes, sir.
It's fair to say that nowhere in that transcript that was conducted of the interview on January 4th in the evening hours, is there any reference to Mr. Walshe saying, you can look at my phone to look at search data, location data, anything of the sort, is there?
Not that I recall.
Okay. That's all I have.
Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
That's
The
big.
witness may step down. Thank you.
Again, you see now we have Fanning and Lowrence both saying we do not have it on video or transcript or any memorialization of the fact that Brian said, go ahead and search my stuff, take my stuff, look through it, whatever, download the data, etc. That's a huge red flag. That's really, really bad for the government. That is shoddy government work, number one. And number two, maybe they're lying. Maybe it never happened. That's the problem that they have created for themselves. And that's why the defense guaranteed this was a defense motion to suppress evidence. And that is why all these officers are testifying. So now I think we have established this is a suppression hearing to exclude the searches that were done on the cell phone, the iPads, the iPad mini, the cracked iPad of the 6-year-old, which still I can't get over, but whatever. It's done. That's where we are. That is where we are. So, folks, I hope you all learned something. I hope you all enjoyed it. And we're going to continue this gravy train with some Yuri Buchanan videos up next. Most of you know him by his real name, Yuri Bukaki, popularized by Aiden Carney, a.k.a. Turtle Boy. Shout out to you, Aiden. I know I still need to cover your Lindsay Gaetani situation, which I just found out that psychopath has a Tinder account. What? Yeah, that's coming up soon. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.